Hey, you know who it is, man. It's your boy Wall Street Shooter, and I'm checking in for the game. Earners Club, what's up? Stand up, y'all. Hey, listen, I'm gonna kick it straight to it, man. I ain't got no fluff, no nothing like that. I want to kind of put something in perspective, right? First and foremost, CPI data came out today, right before the market. The market spiked. We pretty much gapped up. Nasdaq SPY gapped up. Tesla and NVIDIA, pretty much everybody gapped up today from the great news of that inflation seems to be cooling off, right? We were at 9.1, we're at 8.5 now. Seems like we're slowing down. Maybe we're turning. As far as the recession goes, we'll see next month if it improves. That's good signs, right? Great signs though overall. We were able to capitalize on some gap fills, playing puts on the way back down. Tesla was one of them, prime example. SPY as well, and a few others. But overall, the market kind of like held and created more highs today. Um, I had a conversation with one of the members from the Discord, and if you're not in the Discord, the link is in the bio. Click that, join the Discord, be part of the like-minded community, the Earners Club only. But I was having a conversation. We're going over a portfolio, how to trim fat, looking to get into more blue chip plays, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? And we're talking about, is it a good time to buy Tesla or just stocks in period? But we were talking about Tesla. And so I were talking in regards to looking at the big picture. So let me share my chart. So I have the Tesla chart here, and we were looking at big picture, right? All-time high is 120, well, 1243, 1,243, right? Those highs was made last year in November, had a decent run up. This year highs, we're looking about, let's call it 1,208, right? So pretty much Tesla has retraced from these highs of this year, damn near half, right? The lows for this year about 623. So they've retraced, right? So is it a good time to buy Tesla, right? So my first, and I got 4 questions that you need to ask yourself, and you can apply this to any stock, crypto that you're going to invest in, right? Do you believe in Tesla? Do you believe in Elon and his leadership to continue to create and innovate Tesla? We have EV cars, we got solar panels, we got charging. I say we because I own Tesla as far as the car and stuff like that. And I'm a Tesla head. Solar panels, and then the Tesla phone is coming out. What else can they do? We're not talking about the other companies that Elon and we're talking about Tesla. So those are 4 main products that they have right now. Can they continue to innovate and come out with new things? Actually, 5 is on the horizon. They're coming out with the mini home, the $50,000 crib, right? So that's 5 things, right? One thing for sure, Elon is giving giving that sustainable life for everyone to live, right? If you haven't peeped what he's actually doing. I digress. Do your research. Do you believe in Tesla can continue to innovate? Do you believe Tesla can return to all-time highs or even this year highs, right? We already went over those prices. Do you think Tesla can return to that? Now, remember, we're doing a 3-to-1 split, so you have to divide those by 3, but they're still highs, right? They're still relevant because this current price action is going to come down. Those highs are going to come by dividing by 3. Next question. If Tesla continued to drop, and this kind of goes with the first question, are you going to buy the dip? And that goes back to, do you believe in Tesla? Because if you don't believe in Tesla, you're not going to buy the dip. You're going to sell. And then you're going to be sitting here looking like boo-boo the fool when they pop, right? Are you going to continue to buy the dip when Tesla dip? That goes back, do you believe in Tesla? And then the last question is, are you willing to hold Tesla 5 to 10 years, right? This is a long man's game. When they build buildings, right? They're not building buildings in 2, 3, or 4 months. Takes 5 to 10 years to build a building, like a skyscraper, like a big boy, right? It takes a while, maybe not 5 or 10 years, but it takes a while is my point. Are you willing to hold Tesla for the next 5 to 10 years? Think about it. When Tesla dropped in 2012, it was roughly $40. If you'd have bought 1,000 shares, you'd have spent 44 bands. At all times how you would have cashed out over $1.2 million with those 1,000 shares. Check my math, right? Check my math. Make sure I'm good on that. Millionaire status, holding it for 10 years. All you did was hold them. All you did was hold them. Now, were you taking profits? Probably so, right? But if you held them all the way up to $1,000, which we didn't know Tesla was going to get to $1,000 per share. But if you did, you made $1 million in 10 years. Think about it. If you worked a 9 to 5 for 10 years, you're barely making half a million, maybe 350,000, depending on how much you're getting paid. Now, if you're getting like a minimum wage of, not minimum wage, but like a median wage of like $50,000 a year, 10 years, that's $500,000. But you got to think about it. $500,000 from working 9 to 5, you're paying bills, etc. Buying stocks, that's passive income. That's money making. That's money being made while you're in sleep, right? So you got to ask yourself, will Tesla return to those highs? Ask yourself those 4 questions. Always ask yourself the four questions. Do I believe in a project, meaning crypto or a stock? Do I believe in it? Am I willing to hold it for 5 to 10 years? Because we're playing long term, right? Unless you're trading options with us. Long term, 5 to 10 years. Are you willing to do that? If Tesla continue to drop, are you willing to buy the dip or sell your position and take a loss? That goes with the first one. Do you believe? Right? And then the fourth one, slipped my mind. Sorry, guys. I didn't write none of this down. I'm freestyling. The fourth one, rewind the video. It'll come to me. I'll blurt it out, right? Do you believe in Tesla? Are you willing to buy the dip? Do you plan on holding Tesla? What was the last one? I can't remember right now. It'll come to me. Watch the beginning of the video. But you have to ask yourself these questions, right? It's very, very important. Ask yourself these questions. Looking at the chart. We're currently sitting at 936, right? We load these lows for this year, 622, right? Is it a good time to buy Tesla? Well, we're still, let's see, from the highs from this year, right, to our current highs, we're 23% from those highs, right? If you still believe in Tesla, could be a good time to buy and continue. Or you can be patient, try to see if we retrace, look at your chart, see if we retrace back to some different lows, and you can dollar cost average, right? My goal, for me, I don't hold Tesla long term for myself. I'm buying shares for my daughters, right? My daughters are very young, talking about soon to be 3, soon to be 1. So they're going to be holding this shit today, 18. So that's 15 plus years, right? For the oldest, 15 plus years. Where would Tesla be? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to be, but I'm going to have these shares for them, and we're going to figure it out. So I'm buying shares at different buy points. I'm looking at 849. I'm looking at 822. And then if we fall into this zone right here, I'm looking anywhere in the 7s. But I'm not throwing the whole budget. I have a budget. I have a budget for each kid. I have a budget for Tesla. I'm not throwing the whole budget at it, right? We're in this falling wedge right now. We can continue to start pushing back down to these lows. I'm going to take my time, per usual, right? I'm sharing this with you guys because these are lessons that I learned the hard way before me gaining this knowledge. When I got into investing in crypto and the stocks, I didn't have mentors that taught me the importance of being patient, understanding price action, volume, indicators, technical analysis, fundamental analysis. I had homies that pushed me. It was like, you need to get into it and play the long game. But they wasn't too inclined as far as the information on how to read all this. I self-taught myself this in a sense of reading, watching the correct YouTube videos, et cetera, et cetera. So I share my experiences with my community and on my social platform about how I blew up my account twice playing option, how I sold my positions during the COVID lows because I would scare me right out of the bag, how I blew big money for XRP because I got scared about the SEC lawsuits and whatnot. I'm sharing this stuff, and it's not like, does that make me a bad investor? Absolutely not. It makes me somebody who just didn't have the information, who didn't have the understanding. Because with information without understanding, you have nothing at the end of the day. With information without understanding, you have nothing. You got all the information, but if you don't understand the information, know how to process and digest it, you can't execute. You don't know what you're doing with it. So I share these mistakes, hopefully that you guys don't make these mistakes, right? I'm being open and transparent as possible. Yes, I am not the perfect trader. Newsflash. I don't portray to be the perfect trader. I share my mistakes. Even when my losses that I have when I trade options, I share my losses. Because at the end of the day, you don't gain knowledge from my wins. You gain knowledge from my losses. The same goes for you. When you lose and take those losses and you're writing them down, going back and reviewing them, now you understand why you lost. So you don't make that mistake twice because you're going to make it again. Trust me. It's this game. It's dirty game. Anyway, so I have my price points. I'm going to buy before the split so I can take advantage of that 3-1 special. But I have price points where I want to kind of load the bag up. And I'm just going to dollar cost average now. And if this thing pops, breaks out of this wedge here, right? Peaks out of this wedge and go, then I'll wait for the next pullback, right? It's a game. See, pop, pull back, go. Pull back. Could it go? We'll see. Or it can fall, right? So if we push down into these 840s, I'll buy some shares for the kids. I believe in Tesla, and not because I own a Tesla, but I've liked Tesla since 2012, and I knew nothing about investing. I could have been one of those guys that put in $1,000 back in 2012, but I didn't know anything about investing about them. I knew about investing, but it never crossed my mind. But here we are, started my career in 2016. Here we are. But so yeah, those 4 questions you should definitely ask yourself. Go back, watch the video from the beginning about those questions, but you should always apply that, and it applies to every market, crypto, stock market, etc. You can use those. But now is the time. Is it a good time? I mean, we're 23% away from all-time highs for this year. 23% from highs this year. It's good. You still buying Tesla on a discount, in my opinion. But just be smart. Buy it on red candles, right? Buy it on these boys right here, red days. We don't buy green days. We buy red days. I'm gonna hold out a little more, see if we can break this 849, because I want that Walmart discount. You dig? I want that rollback price. Are we gonna return back to these 600s? Shoot, I don't know. Maybe. If I buy here, am I gonna sell my position when we hit 600s? No, that don't make sense. I'm gonna hold. Tesla is a growth stock. A lot of probability. A lot of potential. And again, these shares are not for me. They're for my daughters. So we're talking when they turn 18, they'll have access to it. So we never know what Tesla could be in 18. By that time, they might have did they could have done a 20 split because they were worth $3,000. I'm not saying they're going to be worth $3,000 per share in 18 years, but you never know. You never know. 10 years later, who would have known it went from $40 to $1,243 a share in 10 years? Never know. You never know. So yeah, man, I don't wanna talk y'all to death, man. Y'all know I like to talk, or whatever the case may be. Happy just to be back on this YouTube, putting out some content. Most importantly, the content that I'm serving you, drop me a like, man. I appreciate it. If I earned it, please, let me get that like. If you don't agree with anything, drop me something in the comment, man. Shout out to Michael. Matter of fact, he corrected me on, I was talking about SIGA, the company that's doing the treatment, not vaccine, the treatment for monkeypox. One of my videos, I talked about it being a vaccine, et cetera, and he came at me like a real G. And I don't mean that. I mean, he came at me like a grown ass man and let me know that I was wrong in a very respectable way. So I want to give Michael, your last name starts with a C, but I appreciate you, sir, because I went back and did my research, and you're absolutely right. It's definitely a treatment. So I appreciate that. So I welcome any comments, negative, good, whatever the case may be. We don't do that trolling, that bot stuff. I'm not replying to that. But if you come back with some good information, salute to you. You feel me? So yeah. If you want to be part of the Discord community, the link is in the bio. You know what I'm saying? Tap in. I'm looking at my phone to show you guys my social media stuff. Tap in. You have 4 tiers. It is a paid subscription per month. The lowest tier is $5.99 a month. That's cheaper than one of your Starbucks coffee with a better return. Then the highest one is $49.99. That's still cheaper than the OnlyFans account that you're subscribed to with a better return. Maybe. But yeah, and it's canceled at any time. You're not bounded to any 6 months to a year or any secret type of clause or anything. If you don't feel like there's value coming out of the community, you can leave the community at any time. I keep my community small. I try to keep it under 100 people. because ultimately my goal is not to just call signals, because I don't call signals in my chat. I let you know what plays I'm in, when I get in and when I get out. I do analysis beforehand. I'll give you the N6 and entries and exit points. But the most important thing is that I give you an overall breakdown of the analysis on why. I want you to understand why I get into certain plays, why I'm playing certain options, why I'm doing long hold options on certain plays, why I'm a scalper by nature. Why do I scalp? Why do I swing? I'm breaking that stuff down to you so you can understand. The goal of it is like in and out. I want to like in and out burger. I want you to get in the get store. I want to teach you 6 months, 4 months, whatever the case may be, and get you out so you can do your own thing. I don't want to keep you in there unless you want to stay. But the goal is to get you in and get you out where you are becoming a better investor and more knowledgeable investor, and having a better understanding before you got there. That's the goal. It's not to keep you there unless you want to stay, right? If you want to continue to be part of the community, I welcome that. But the goal is to get you in and get you out. And like I said, it's 4 different tiers. Cancel anytime. But if you don't, you want to just watch the videos on YouTube, I'm going to keep on pumping out content. That's fine too. I'm here for all of it. If you got questions for me outside of the Discord, you can slide in my DMs on Instagram at, oh, just got some likes. Oh, we running up. We running up, baby. All right. This is my Instagram right here. Hit my Instagram, Wall Street Shooter, spelled just like that. That's me. Any fakes out there, that's cap. My Twitch, my Twitter, the same handle. If you got questions, slide in, man. Anyways, man, I'm not going to hold y'all. I've been talking long enough, man. I appreciate y'all. It's your boy, Wall Street Shooter, and this is not financial advice. Peace, y'all.